Right, Bravo's our first match. Always go first with Melody, and then I think with the Riptide deck, it should always be going second. Basically, we just either burn cards or let it go. We don't really want to give them this round's on me, but Bravo does set up. This round's on me would probably allow them to swing in the first turn. I mean, not Antro swing, as in proper. Here's a big Guardian attack swing. So we burn the lead the charge. And I think we just keep the blues as block and I'll stash the final act. I think that's an okay opener. We have the Encore, we just don't have any of the draw engines. Yeah, so they make Seismic Surge and then they probably just swing. Stick something in their arsenal. Oh, Zealous Beating, interesting. So we can get to 4, was it? While there's a card in your pitch zone with greater than, so there is, it has go again. So that's a bit unfortunate. Is the unmovable better? I think the immovable, save the immovable, just block with this round's on me. Take the 2. Then we can either block for a 4 or block for a 6. Yeah. Yeah, so now we can save the unmovable. No, it's a 6 anyway. That's only a 5. It's not on the arsenal. Still, not a whole ton of damage coming through, which is good. We keep our combo. Problem is, there's nothing for us to play. We'd like to pick a card. We're basically just waiting till we draw. This is kind of good, alright. But as Dominate, it's fine. Not having the arsenal slot open is definitely hurting us. Blues go again. I kind of want to keep the unmovable for the turn we want to go into the combo. We don't need to go again next turn, so we can do the 2/3, take 6. I don't like taking 6. We can block for 5 and still take 4. I think it's the unmovable. And then just burn the lead the charge. And they have 2 floating, so it's probably a pummel as well. The pummel's fine because we just discard the lead the charge. The damage off the pummel is unfortunate. Yeah, they were just debating whether or not to use it straight away or now. No, still no pummel? Or they're just happy it's doing 4. We can survive one more turn. We have Tunic up, so all we need is some of our draw. Or either way, we just fish with the gold. Other Encore, it's rounds on me. This is not a good hand. Again, the draw is letting us down. Can't gain, so that we definitely need to stop. Not that we're going into the combo. It's going to just block for 5, take 3. Which is still really bad. I should take the Iron Rock Gloves, and there's the pummel. Doesn't matter, we didn't have the combo. I assume it's against everyone, because it's control with damage, basically. Right? Is that what you mean, Andrew? In longer games, sure, but in Blitz, yeah. There's so much shutdown. Not that we had anything going for us anyway. Hopefully it's a minor turn. Interesting, they pitched a Chokeslam. We have to keep 1 card, so they have to not have pummel. So that tells me they want to go Zealous Beating into Chokeslam, which is definitely unfortunate. We had 1 turn of opportunity. Yeah, when we blocked the Spinal Crush. Other than that, oh well. Yeah. Seismic Surge, -1, right? So then your hero ability is basically 1 cost, making it a lot easier to roll into something. We know he doesn't have pummel. We can double block, but that doesn't really help us. We can only get to 4... Nah, it's game anyway. Guardian's definitely my least favorite matchup. Well, I should say Bravo. There's usually Victor in that. And, well, actually I haven't come across many Betsy's. Runs slightly different, where it's not as every turn. But it's unfortunate, because obviously gain damage shuts us down, go again shuts us down. Just a whole bunch of shutdown. It's fine, warm-up game. Still building our CNC version of Riptide. 6 more cards. Many more traps. We can put in some good stuff now. That's awesome. Good job. Planning. I feel like there's too many reds now. I feel like we need more blues in it, especially in CNC. But I guess I'm just doubling stuff up. +1, go again. Oh, against Riptide. And we're going first, cool. Riptide's also unfortunate. They just draw Buzzsaw, we're sad. They draw the other one as well, we're sad. But this is a much better opener, right? Because we can cash out straight away against Riptide. Don't have to care about keeping equipment. The swing is kind of nice. Braces of Belief, that's interesting. Keep the block, probably just stash the Wall. There are annoying ways for them to disrupt their arsenal. There's a cash in, there's a pick card. I guess we're just going for draw straight away. That's on the top of their deck, though. Interesting. I think it's the perfect block, pick a card, and wait one more turn. Or do I just take the damage and we try for it straight away? With cash in for positive, card draw. We have the pick card for potentially more silver. You know what? We'll play greedy. Plus, I want to block the arrow effects anyway. That Dreadball would be sad. I just lose one. Well, we've committed, so just take the damage. I'm guessing they only run the legendary traps, which gives us a good chance of them not having it. We can pick a card first off to see. That's probably the smartest thing. Then we know whether or not it's just a complete bust. They have this arrow, they just have arrows. Come on. Damn, that's unfortunate. Fine though. Definitely Art of War first. We want go again, we want draw. At least we know they can't shut it down. We just have to draw into the pieces. This restores our hand to 4, which we love. Because now we can pay for the cash in instead. We pick a card again. I don't think that's worth it. Not the blue. I think we pitch the blue. We maintain the silver and the gold. Keep one attack for the other Art of War. Yeah, there's the encore. It's a start. Just draw me the final act, please. There's another tome. We don't have lead the charge. Do I want to try and draw into lead the charge? For the amount of silver and gold, probably. So we'll get rid of the Flying Spirit. There's pick a card. which I kind of need to play because we are very short. Pop the gold and C. Go back to 4. If it's lead the charge, we can go tome. If it's not lead the charge, we can go pick card. The other encore. It sucks. So we go pick a card, we have to double pitch. Which doesn't help us, because then we go down to 2 cards. No. So I have to draw it off of this, which is unfortunate. So give me final act. 2 and 25. Thank you. Very glad, except they have how much block? Actually, not that much. Don't know if it's enough damage, but I guess we'll find out. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 15. So 15, then 17. No, it's not going to be enough. It neuters their turn, but we don't really have much follow-up. Can't pitch it. This is annoying. The collapsing trap will do the job. It sucks that we drew into it. It's such a tease. Alright, we won't pick a card back. Not technically out yet. We still have a few draw engines. And we have another final act straight away. This is not that though. But we can shut down Endless. We're attacking with Nasty Surprise. Probably saving the unmovable. So it's rally the rear guard. And then use the discard effect. I should have kept the weapon alive. Playing the damage through. Now we have to play super defensively, which is a bit annoying. There's some of our draw. We can opt, which is definitely helpful. We just have to watch for the arrow effects, basically. So we have to sort of tank damage. I mean, I have Tunic up, so I can double unmovable. Guess that's kind of worth it. Do that now, before I forget the prompt. Right, we definitely want cash in, and that's a little bit of defense. Problem is, it means we have to survive a turn. And what's the arrow? +3. That'll be a big arrow then. Be a nice, tiny, it's just searing shot, so it's a 7. So it's getting through, it's doing 1, and it's doing frailty. So it does 3 damage, puts us to 5. Don't think that's enough to survive the following turn, unfortunately. Definitely want Armored War back. Now we have a little bit of defense in Brothers in Arms. Cash in, leave the charge. Yeah, they're not that great. We know the other tomes at the bottom of the deck. Nice with Blood Rot, yeah. I have to commit too many cards in order to survive. Whereas we need to keep we need to keep at least 2 cards for cash in, and even then the final act's not going to be enough. Gotta know when to hold them and when to fold them, unfortunately. Alright, I definitely want more blues. Well, I like Remembrance. Only really helps us find back the attack options, though. Some sort of trap returner would be fantastic. I'm pretty sure every single graveyard interaction is just an action card. We can take just the good staples. I suppose that's a decent idea if we are just doing this defensive, stally deck. I do like Burns of the Past. I think it's just sink below sigil. Our actual attacking turn isn't that costly. Something like that. It's interesting. We'll definitely have to play it and see. We'll do, I don't know, 1 or 2 more games of Melody, and then we'll try some Riptide Class Constructed. It's been ages since I played Class Constructed. I think there's been new cards as well. I don't know if they've been updated on Talishar though. Alright, yeah, we have the Mystic Actions, which don't have Go Again, curiously. They seem like pack filler, but they seem like okay pack filler instead of just the armor nonsense. These three are so similar, right? In artistic style. Nah, this one uses more of a softer palette for the greens. But with stuff like that, they must just go, here's the concept, for artists, they just draw something very close. Maybe. That's way too cool for what it is. Just properly. I know there's a new tome, a really good tome, which is, I think it's if you pitch a chi into it, it becomes a draw 3 instead of a draw 2. Which is just insane. Because again, we just take the whole Melody draw engine and stick it in any of them. And I think Wide Blue Yonder has a decent chance. If anything, better chance because we'd be running more blues. We wouldn't be running pick a card. We'd have to run the attacks. We'd just run Mystics. Probably only 1 tome. Still 2 cash-ins, definitely, off of blues. It'd be a good time. What we really want to see is more Transcend mechanics. Nothing for that. Right, did I see Surfbot? Yeah, it's just shuffle. Is Phuket still on? Is that why there's not that many games today? Thought it ended yesterday. I think it did. Suppose it's still Sunday for the majority. Alright, Prism's an annoying matchup in as well. But our starting hand's okay. The question is, can we survive one? Is it worth trying to survive one? We have the final act, we have the opt, we have some draw. I think we have to try and survive one. Which is annoying because then obviously they start setting up their board with ward and everything we dislike. Wasn't really worth it, no. We don't have poppers. It's just plenty of soul. We're fine with just straight damage. I feel like kind of just swinging at that. And waiting one more turn. Because now I can defend with the Farandales. They seem like just a big deck. I can get rid of the eye. Hopefully this doesn't backfire. Okay, we don't really want either of them. Genesis is definitely annoying. Unmovable kind of buys us another turn. Take the life. I think we unmovable if she tries to do something big. Or he. Vincer, but it's Prism. We'll use she. If it's just a whole bunch of Spectral Shields, it's okay. It's not okay because obviously they soak damage. We just swing at Genesis. Come on, just let me draw, please. A little bit. No, that's not quite it. It gives us options if we draw into Tome. Pitching into cash in is not good though. Huh. They all double up. It's fine as long as they're just using auras. Right, taking 2 damage definitely hurts, but it's not horrible. I guess we just have to go for it. We pick a card for silver. I don't think they have one more angel. They might. And that would be sad. Oh, that's a bad sign. So it's doing 6 plus I take 1. It's really bad. I can sacrifice the tunic, I suppose. I live on 1. Does it generate anything? No, and they don't have the resources. They gauntlet it, then we would have been a pickle. I think I have to sacrifice the tunic. And then we just have to try for draw. Yeah. Do we pick a card, though? That's the question. Can't cash in off the blue. I'd have to use 2 cards to cash in. I think, see if we get the silver is definitely the first pick. Another Ode to Wrath. Alright, well we got 2 silver, so that is definitely helpful. Guess we start cycling with the blues. Actually, I should have used the gold so we had 1 spare. I kind of almost need to Art of War the final act and look for the other 2. It's the only way to try and go positive. Yeah, it's regrettable, but we really have to fish out what we need. Otherwise we just can't get it big enough. What's the correct play here? Correct play is cash out, then use some of the silver. We're just trying to fish to get rid of the Mage Master, get rid of the weapon. Pay with the silver, so we go back positive in hand. Right, just a final act. It's not going to be big enough, but we're close. Come on. We have 2 resources too, so we'll take Art of War. But chances are we're not going to find anything. Yeah, we used up all our luck against the Riptide. Where the final acts were right next to each other. I mean, we can do a crappy attack. Do we have the resources? Wage gold, float 2, -1, no. So it'd still only be nasty surprise into wage gold. But if we wage gold first, at least we can pull it back. No, it's up to pitch. Yeah, so it's nasty surprise into wage gold. Not a good turn. Did I not take the go again? Off of the Art of War? Thought I did. Does Ode to Wrath have End the Combat Chain? Yes, it does. Damn it. Yeah, so that was my bad and where I clicked. But it doesn't matter. We didn't really get going, and we only have 1 HP. Alright, you know what? We'll try Riptide in Blitz first. And then I can sort of feel out if I think it will work in Class Constructed. Because I know that HP threshold makes the Nourishing combo a lot better. The go will be with New, right? Just trying to do this with Wide Blue Yonder and Chi. I think it'll be a pretty decent payoff. Especially if there's no real great headpiece that's crucial to what they're doing. Because then we can just play normal. Oh, we actually want to go second. That was my bad. Play normal, then mask into the Nourishing whenever we need it. We got Reel in, we got Come Fight. We can send a nice one on turn 1, which is a bit annoying because we don't really want to. We'd rather turn 2. But, oh well. So I think it's still the Reel in off the Rockslide Trap to get cards. It's always the correct first go. I should count it out. Do we need it? Come Fight is 1, that's 1, and then 2, so we have to pitch 4. I can't over pitch anything. I can pitch and then use Deep Blue. I proc the Come Fight. As long as I have the resources, then it doesn't matter about sending back. Yeah, okay. So we do Come Fight. Pitch the Rockslide Trap. You know, it's still fine. I don't have to waste the Deep Blue. Yeah. Then we just mask away the Tripwire Trap. Get ourselves our Nourishing. 5 Gauntlets. And then just play the Nourishing. It's a 10 to start off with Dominate. They have 2... They have 2 on board. Well, 4, technically. So, oh, 6. But that's only 9, realistically. So we should be fine. We should get the Intellect buff. Which is what we really want. I don't see why they wouldn't use the Iron Leg. I suppose they don't want it destroyed. But it's only been 9. The main thing is just the Intellect buff. That gives us a nice wide array of traps. And technically it's even, because we don't have anything in the arsenal. If Mars did not target the arsenal, there'd be so many ways to cheat it. Unless they want to be lower than us. I can see them... No, they did use Iron. Hide legs. Reelin's better to get first. Doesn't matter, we'll shuffle a bunch anyway. So there's Codex into another Nourishing. So that's helpful. Brave of Kind does sort of work. Brave of Kind doesn't really work. We would have needed something in the arsenal. A buff of some sort. I mean, we can do a naked Nourishing, I suppose. I'd rather sort of save them until we can do a better nourishing. We have enough traps to play around with against China. They are somewhat slower. We're looking for something. I'm guessing they're just big wager, which also would be really nice because we could really benefit from the gold. We have a ping trap, we have a greater trap, and another ping trap. Well, yeah. We have no attacks, unfortunately. I guess we do their hit effects, because the damage isn't going to come through. Alright, no, it needs to be in the arsenal. Alright, I guess we're doing inertia. And we're not attacking, so I'll just put one in the arsenal. I want to get the damage across, so I think the tripwire trap's better. Unfortunately, we can't ping here. Alright, and we just play the long game. Oh, Warmongers. Actually, we like that, because now we can Codex and Warmongers. So we're happy. Suppose they like putting stuff in their arsenal. Just one big attack. We can't double trap either. We don't have an instant. Doing 10. That's actually kind of bad. They are wagering. So we could fully block it and get the gold. Still wouldn't allow us to put anything in our arsenal. I assume wager isn't a hit effect either. I suppose let's take the 6 and then we're just trying for our own big attack. Yeah. Giving them the gold hurt that much. Come on. Is it not? It's a lunging press. Interesting. 7, and they get some buffs. But we do want to definitely ditch our hand in order to get traps. So, I need to think. How are we doing this? We have a cost of 4 if I want to play 3 of a kind. The 3 of a kind will let us draw into pitch, so that's fine. So it is Warmongers, 3 of a kind, Arsenal, Nourishing, basically. And we can just pitch the Pitfall Trap. Very important not to put something in the arsenal, so we can put that in our arsenal. We draw the other Codex, which is kind of nice. Codex. Discard what? Not the Pitfall Trap, probably the Strategic Planning, since we don't have a Nourishing in our graveyard yet. And we won't, because Warmongers puts it on the bottom. Are we waiting for them to do something? Or is it just no prompt? Okay. Apparently he didn't like what we did. Codex. Get rid of that. We have an action point. We have a card to play from our arsenal. Oh, now we have a prompt. Interesting. Wonder why it didn't show up last turn. Yeah, I'm very confused what's happening. I don't know if it's bugging. No, so they put to the arsenal. It should say, waiting for opponent. Yeah. Okay, we got there anyway, so it's fine. Kind of want to keep the Pitfall because we know they have a big turn. And Codex doesn't matter because Nourishing won't be in our graveyard. Yeah. So the main thing is that we keep up the intellect. Because now we should have a good amount of options. And be able to weave the arsenal traps. But I don't think we have enough damage when it comes to class constructed with the nourishing. Yeah, it's fine. Still 3, it's still the intellect buff. We want Codex to cycle back around first. So we want the arsenal trap. We got 2, that's fine. Is there anything we want to remembrance? Not really. I guess the other Codex. Codex and yes, Warmongers. And the Come Fight. Just keep the buffs. They have the Wager mechanic, they also have damage buffs. They don't have Go Again, which is unfortunate. Frailty affects what they're putting. They're wagering a lot, so as long as it's not Command and Conquer, yeah. And we don't really care about the Frostbite. Oh, they fused it, that's actually bad. Right? What is it? Whenever that defends a card to the chain link, create a Frostbite token. Nope, never mind. Yeah, so we don't care. We'll take the tokens though. If only we had an attack. But it works with Talishar, I hope, at the very least. So, question is the ordering. Rock Slide should force them to pay. Problem is the arsenal. Either way, we do that. Wait for the reaction. They're not going to take the 2. But then we get the -1 so I can hold on to traps. I guess that's okay. Do that. See if they pay. Yeah. So our swing is going to cost a lot. But I guess we just sink the turn. And we'll have Vigor. 4 Vigor. We should be able to get away with this and still be able to swing. They're debating whether or not to pummel. That's interesting. Ah, okay. Frostbite works straight away. That's fine. We can work around that. So it's just a +1 every time. Well, Remembrance goes. And then we Rock Slide Trap. That's actually a pretty cool combo. And we play them before it triggers, I think is the go. So that's 6, 8, maybe a -2. If they pummel, it's a +2, but that means they can't take the minus. Because they wouldn't be able to pummel anyway. But I think we're fine not to play the Tar Pit, and that way we can swing. Right, there's no way for them to buff it. There's no reaction that's 0. God, I hope this is correct. Pretty sure it's correct. Yeah. Cool. So we have 2 resources. We have 2 Frostbite though. Next attack, so it does work with Talishar. So we're just swinging basically. Next attack action card, so that doesn't work. So it's just Talishar, pitch 1. Keep the Tar Pit trap. Okay. Not the best payoff rebound. Nourishing would have been really good and would have been the same cost. But we've had to have another Codex. If I had... No Codex wouldn't work either, because I don't have it in the graveyard. But we've had to have Nourishing. But it sinks their gold, which is also really impactful. And should get them somewhat low. You have to watch out for the heavy damage. They don't have reactions? I'd assume they'd have defense reactions. We need the draw. I was thinking about weaving traps, but we've also used almost all the arsenal traps already. Still another Pitfall, still another Rock Slide. There's a third one too from Klloo. We should be fine. Buzzsaw shuts down any buffs. just a naked golden sun. The problem with the naked attacks is then our traps don't trigger. So we definitely want to hold Buzzsaw. We don't really foresee them using Go Again. So I can get rid of the Go Again traps. That's 3. We get rid of Pendulum, I think, and just take the 1. Does it have a hit effect? Does additional cost players may destroy gold? No. Don't arsenal anything yet. Yeah, so it's more important that we get the effects off. They'd have to run pummels. So I think we take the 1. Do we swing? I think we just keep up the pressure by swinging. And we get rid of Spike Pit Trap. Even though it's only 4. We do have the Perch Grapplers as well to defend. I always forget about them. There's a sink below, so they do run them. It's good to know. Nourishing should always be out of range now, though, because they don't have equipment. Arsenal, the Buzzsaw trap should have the more likelihood of being played. The problem is we haven't drawn into any of our shuffle, right? So Nourishing is at the bottom of the deck, and we're literally waiting for it to cycle around. Okay, there we go. Defense reactions can't be played. So the entire chain link. If they had Go Again, that'd be really scary. They get to destroy Buzzsaw, which does suck. We're not swinging, we're just playing defensive. Inertia should have the greatest chance of getting off. The question is, do they run CNC and do they run Exude Confidence? Because those are the 2 bad cards for us. If they had Go Again, Wreak Havoc would definitely be bad. So we're hoping they activate, because then we can play a bunch of traps. Have a pummel. Thank you. Awesome. So we know it has a pummel. When its defense attack with greater, I have to wait for it to resolve first, don't I? Yeah. Then we go greater than. And then we go discard. Then we go blood rots. Pretty sure we play everything just for the bonuses. Because the blood rot will also do damage. Right? That's an extra 4 plus the burn damage. So I think in this scenario we don't hold. And we don't want to put that in our arsenal. Gonna ask me every time. They get 2 blood rots and 4 ping damage. Was it? And some mill. And an inertia. So we destroy the arsenal as well. Yeah, but the main thing is they can't play for the blood rot. Oh, look. That's actually, it's a KO through the token damage. I want to click send message. Alright, good game. So yeah, 40 HP sort of feels problematic though. I mean, we do have more traps, technically. As long as the matchup is correct. We have more recovery, more defensive options. It's making sure we get the nourishings off. Right when I change decks into the bad matchup. I guess we just ripple away. And we stash the performance bonus to maybe play next turn. They are a more aggressive version though. Dominating a chokeslam, fantastic. 8. I guess we just block. It's 4 or more, so using the tunic doesn't matter. Fine, we're not trying to gain anyway. The issue is surviving the turns. And it's better for it to come out now than when we're going for the combo. Plus, in that sense, Spirit is up now. They have to deny the gold, surely. I mean, they just use equipment. So the other issue with Guardian is they have such tanky equipment. Right, we have to get over 8. We actually have to get over 12. Because if we use Encore, it breaks the chain. They gave us the gold, which is interesting. Cash-in is more vital, right? No, the go again off of Art of War is more vital. I is definitely helpful. -2 is bad. It's not as bad as it could be. I guess we let it go. I don't think we can get to enough damage against them. Okay, definitely Art of War to start. Pitch the eye. Go again. That was good draw. I mean, pick a card is good draw with what we have at the moment. So we'll keep pick a card. Sync Brothers in Arms. Use the tome straight away. It's definitely not spend the gold. It's Tunic. And then use Fighting Spirit for cash in. We float 2, which is definitely helpful. There's no draw there. So we need to high roll with pick card. You can use Balanced Justice. There was probably the best point. Yeah, so next turn doesn't matter, right? We couldn't go for it. It shut us down. The sink below is worrisome. But is balanced out by the Rouse the Ancients. 1 silver is pretty bad. Keep this rounds on me, but it's giving them more block. We go back to 4, still no combo pieces though. Cash out is definitely good. We can make a pretty big stack. And we have enough gold where it doesn't matter if we draw yellows. I still don't think it'll be enough though. Yeah, so now we can get rid of the lead the charge. Because I can't go minus another card. We float a resource so the Art of War is free. The Art of War. Banish, buff. Maybe the triple final act attempt was the only way, but then I have to draw specifically into Encore, final act. And with the amount of cards in hand, that wouldn't matter. We wouldn't have the resources to play them. There's one final act, but now we're just missing the Encore. There's the Encore. So, if I don't draw into blue, we're screwed. So I can either take it now, it's doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So it does 15, 17, that's not enough damage. And we bust. Unfortunate. Draw me Encore or Final Act. Cash in. Oh well. We had to, because again, they had 8 on board. Plus Temper. We use Encore, it breaks the chain, they can then block for 4 again. So it's already 12, then they had 12 in hand, they had 24. So we had to do at least 44 damage to get across, which, even if we perfectly drew into the other Final Act, or, well, actually that wouldn't work anyway because we didn't have the resources. It wouldn't have mattered, because we just wouldn't have had enough damage. It would have bought us another turn, and we would have got some damage across. Oh, they had 2 Saint Belows. No, so yeah, we would have had to done 50 damage in order to win. Doesn't really matter. We should be KO'd. We know they have CNC. We know they have Rousey Ancients. And technically, we put up a fight. Remembrance is kind of okay. Yeah, so 7 go again into something. Can they play either of them? No. But they can swing. No, they can't even swing. It's just a naked 7. Maybe we do try and build silver. We have the Quicken too, so we don't have to worry about Art of War. We can still get 2 off. Maybe there's some hope here. Oh, right, they're Tunic, never mind. Into a CNC. And technically it'd be cash in, you save the pick of gold, you go to 1. And we try and get silver. But then we see that they have double Terra Sunder. Even just a Dominate card is a loss here. We just don't have tanky equipment. Because there's just not tanky equipment, or that much tanky equipment in the generic slot. Definitely have more fun with the Riptide deck. Let's try a CNC. Not a CNC, just a CC. See how it plays. Definitely a very long game though. Where's the maker copy? Oh, yeah. So it's basically just slow play. Ooh, Uzari's actually kind of nice. We want things that have go again and reactions, basically. I don't know if the card ratio is right though. That's what makes this hard. Starting with 2 traps is good. I need to ditch the Remembrance before the turn, just so we can draw. Sucks to lose it, but it's definitely needed. We only have 6 block in the first turn. There's a potential to swing a bunch with Nourishing. Defense reactions is an issue. I guess it's the Perch Grapplers straight away. Seems like a waste. I mean, what do they even buff it with that makes it bad? Problem is, I don't know the matchups that well. Just do Zari's effects. Bash card from your hand, turn face down, stack action with cost that's still less. You can just swap them. That's the go. Is it not? Yeah, so now it's Humble, but we can block it. Problem is, neither of these trigger, which is sad. So maybe I should have let it through and not used the grapplers. I'm just burning this because I want better hands in card. But oh, that was backwards. Better cards in hand. There's also a greater chance of us drawing traps that require the arsenal. They're also still free to use the Snapdragon Scalers. Does it work like that? If you put it on? Maybe not. You know what? I should have put the Codex in the arsenal. Then I would have gotten extra cards. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But we can mask. We don't have any buffs. How do we do this? I guess it's just a Goliath Gauntlet one. Not putting the Codex in the arsenal was a big misplay. Because the 1 extra card would have really helped. So we need 3 resources. So it's just the real in. Is what we're pitching, and we sink the strategic planning, I guess. We care about playing 3 of a kind. No, because even if we draw buffs, it's useless. Yeah, so just mask. Pitch the reel in. Sync the strategic planning. Get ourselves our nourishing. Then we can just play nourishing with gauntlets. Is there any upside? If I use 3 of a kind, means I have to sync the codex. It doesn't really matter. Whether or not I basically want to hold 3 of a kind into their turn. I don't think I do. I think I'd rather have the options of putting stuff into the arsenal. Yeah, so we play 3 of a kind. We put nourishing into the arsenal, and then we can pitch away something. We can still keep codex. But we want a trap to be able to put in our arsenal. Yeah, so now we have a trap that we put in our arsenal, which is great. And hopefully we still get the intellect. And get strategic planning again. Yeah, cool. So they have 2, 3. They have only 3 blocks, so we should get the dominate and the intellect every time. Thinning the hand out is also nice. Alright, and then we can still codex next turn. Oh, they had 1 in the arsenal, damn it. Well, we can still codex next turn. Burning 2 of the 3 in the deck is also kind of good. Reel-in is better to get first. It's the only shuffle, which is the issue. No, Remembrance shuffles 2, I think. Yeah, we got 3 traps. We got Premeditate into another codex, so that's nice. TNC is bad, though. It destroys tripwire, right? Yeah. It's an annoying trap to lose, but it's fine. The nice thing is we have so much HP to play around with. Okay, so it's Premeditate. Then Codex to get into our arsenal. And that's it, right? I'm pretty sure. It doesn't really matter if we put the Codex in. Codex. With the Nourishing for 9 now. We discard the Inertia. We pitch Pitbull. I think maybe more buff cards, maybe some pummels. More Clash Constructed would be a bit better. So even if they have double Fate for Scene or anything defensive like that, it's still 9. No, but they just take the 9. We double Ponder. So we most likely get trapped into the arsenal. But yeah, so the damage is the issue. It just doesn't feel like we'll have enough damage overall. Premeditate is useless. Both of these cards are kind of useless unless we get Nourishing back. But I have to put one in the arsenal. Okay, well, ask and receive, I guess. The question is, can I get 2 Nourishings off without losing a card? So I need 5. So it'd be Premeditate, Codex, Art of War, off the Spike Pits. No. So if we face tank the damage, we can output a bunch of damage. Which I guess is worth it. No, I actually can't, because I don't have the ability to avoid the codex discard. The second one. There's something here, it just requires more brain power than I currently have. So we use premeditate. We use Art of War. We pitch that. We play codex, sync load to spears. Yeah. Because it goes into your arsenal. So in which case we're fine. We're holding the Art of War. We're just doing another premeditate. Yeah, okay. Took some thought, but we got there. So in which case, I only need 2, so pitching a codex is fine. It's just premeditate codex again. Then we also need a card to sync. Play sync below in case we get a buff. Yeah. They pick go again too, so if we draw a different trap, are we happier? I don't know. I know we're losing a lot of life. I guess we cycle a codex, since we don't need them both. There's no reactions yet. I guess we wait to see if what their last attack is. I mean, pinging with the flick knives is what we really want to see. They have another attack. Interesting. For 0 too. But that's an attack reaction, right? So we let slide, and then we can still use both of these. Player activated a reaction, yeah. We use both just for the effect. Mitigate damage. When this hits, banish, and 1 card in the arsenal, yeah. Yeah, we use both. And we have to use Deep Blue to cycle the Art of War in order to actually play Nourishing. So this is where a 1-cost buff really comes in handy. Nice thing too is we get the Blood Rot damage. You had Codex, interesting. What attack do they pick? What was 0 cost? Ravenous Rabble? Oh, Leave No Witness is 0 cost. I didn't realize that. Damn. So we lose the premeditate. Which is awful. But still naked nourishing. And chances are they don't have defense reactions. Yeah, so from their codex we can also... God, there's just way too much to think about. It breaks my head. Anyway, Deep Blue away the Art of War for the resources. Codex. By Nourishing. By Nourishing. I gotta say, in a computer setting, I don't find Classic Constructed fun. Maybe it's the attention span, but it's just so slow. Like, at least at a table you have the banter back and forth. You have interest. This is just kind of bad waiting, as people think. Because you can't even see, you know, look at their faces, how are they thinking, how are they reacting. I can see myself playing this in person, this deck. I can't see myself doing this on Talishar again. It's slow enough already in Blitz. Right, we're on traps. This is okay-ish. Just, there's not enough damage. The Ravenous Rebel. We basically just have to try and always perfect block. I guess Buzzsaw goes away. Or one of the Arsenal traps. Where is Boulder? It's not worth it. It's a May, is it? Yeah, so you don't actually have to use Sink Below. I could have just blocked with it. Do another Ravenous Rabble. Unfortunately, we have to use the Buzzsaw trap. Or take 2. I guess we take 2. Because we definitely want to save these 2 for when their hand is depleted. Next time they defend with 1 or more attack action cards, nope, that doesn't matter. Doing 0 because it's a weapon. I feel like Assassin would love it if they retroactively made Mask of Momentum. Isn't it you may? No, it's just put... Well, I want the ping damage, but this is most likely 0 cost anyway. It also completely messes us up because now we can't use 2 traps. That sucks, because now they're just going to banish it with Leave No Witness. That's really annoying. Super annoying. And that means Nourishing's also banished. I mean, there's still the other copy in the deck. Well, it's Command and Conquer. I mean, that's just as bad. Well, no, it's not, because it goes to the graveyard. If only we had 2 more block. Right, no defense reactions. Never mind. But it's fine if it's in the graveyard. If it got banished with Leave No Witness, that would have felt bad. It's just a swing. Is it even just a swing? You know, it's not a swing. Save it. It's minus damage anyway. There's the other Nourishing, which is unfortunate, because obviously we have the main Nourishing right there on top, disabling the Dominate. Stealth and Dominate. And we have too many Arsenal traps again. I mean, we know they react and they just change it out. Into what? Surgical Extraction. Which we can deny, so that's fine. These effects are way too good not to hold. But we do have to double block it, because the banishing is definitely bad. That was also a mistake. Alright, undo the prompt. Problem is, we're not getting the burn damage from the traps. Cool, just a -2. Would have been better to get the down. No, that's on hit. Tripwire, Pitfall, Rock Slide. They're the 3 traps I'm thinking of. We don't actually have that many blues. But they're banished from hand, I suppose, is the issue. But they're welcome to get rid of, like, the Nourishing. That we wouldn't really care about. Need some way to get the Nourishing out of our graveyard. We have lots of ways. Strategic Landing, Remembrance, more Codexes. Sigil's good. Cover a little. And we can weave 3 traps. We can't also block with Nourishing, because then that puts both in our graveyard. So this is basically just a hold. It's kind of really bad. Makes me think I should cut it back down to 1 Nourishing. Wait for them to react. There's got to be some sort of buff. Red. It's greater than or hit effects. Well, we have to use the greater than, so it doesn't really matter. But still enough block. Although this could allow us to get rid of the Nourishing. Is that even worth it? No, because all we do is as soon as we get the Nourishing out of the graveyard, just play the other one straight away. Is this a -4? It is. Yeah, so we still have to use the other trap. I mean, it's really not that bad if we get Leave No Witness across. We only lost 1 burn damage, so it's not horrible. Nope. Never going to Arsenal. Makes this turn bad, because we might not draw complete traps. I can't even pitch it away because of Talishar. This is where the trench would have been really good. Put in the Arsenal and then cycle it away. Well, that's a shitty hand. Hopefully they don't have much going for themselves. We defend with 1 or more. No, so it still attacks, yeah. We don't really care about the 1 damage. We have recover 6, so we technically go ahead. I mean, sigils are nice because they allow us to put traps in the arsenal, which I actually didn't think about last turn. There would have been a better way to do it. Go again, don't trigger hit effects, it's kind of nice. All depends on what they play, I suppose. Stealth, so they're most likely swapping it. I mean, they might let the 3 damage through. Because the inertia is kind of helpful. Right, inertia is the discard one, no? If I use Tar Pit, then they use Uzari. But then they also might think we have more traps. Yeah, I don't see them not using Uzari's effect to try and push over it. We do that, and then that hopefully makes them think we just put a trap in our arsenal. It's going to be something with 4, and it's going to have a worse effect. The inertia? It's Shakedown. I haven't played a reaction, so we... Wait, no. I guess Uzari does count as a reaction. So the question is, what color do they think we have? Red. They can banish the nourishing, I don't really care. No? Revealed. I guess they chose a different color. Because it reveals anyway? Yeah. I'm going to burn the 2 sigils. Because they have sight now, so it doesn't really matter. Love to get the nourishing out of hand. I suppose I could have kept 1 to swing, just to get rid of the nourishing. That probably would have been the smarter play. And it looks like we're going to get to a point where all we are doing is attacking, in which case way too much damage is going to come through. Please pick go again. Thank you. Question is, do we think they're doing 2 go again? Probably, in which case we only want to take the 2. Problem is, I know our graveyard fishes are going to come. So I do want to hold the nourishing. Dominate, but I have stealth. I mean, Pendulum baits them into not using Uzari, and it's the burn damage. So I guess we see. And whatever they swap to probably won't have Dominate. We're putting the Arsenal anyway. They could swap into something that has no Arsenal. Hey, Sergeant Rob. Shakedown. Doesn't have go again, but still fully blocks. Plus, they know we have nourishing now. I still can't get rid of the goddamn nourishing. No one put in the arsenal. I mean, we should be out of arsenal traps. How many have we played? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're out of arsenal traps. I think it should be fine putting the dash now as we draw one. Of course. We can always reel in for more traps, which is helpful. Probably have to reel in for more traps. This clogging up our arsenal is really bad, though. Okay, so off of that, we just... Well, it doesn't really matter because both are reactions. They still have the resources, so the Blood Rot isn't that great. We use Pendulum. If they swap... So we can get up to 3 traps off the Pitfall. It's not so bad. Plus it shuffles. Which we know there's some goodies at the bottom of our deck. It looks like they're slow playing. Interesting. I guess we just do the same. We have another shutdown for a stealth. Grave of Kind sort of hurts. Except in this scenario where we can go positive with it. It'd be great if we could get rid of the Nourishing though. We go Grave of Kind, get rid of Pitfall. have plenty of traps. They let us have another turn. Then we can at least do a buff nourishing, if not it won't have dominate. So it's probably reeling off the collapsing. More traps. Right, backstab is fine. Because then it allows us to react. Because chances are they swap it into something else. They should still have more Command & Conquers. They have one more Leave No Witness. They're just letting the one damage through. Interesting. Okay, we are just completely slow playing one another. When does that go bad for me? Interface? What do you mean by interface? As in the purple, or you mean Talishar? Talishar is just the main online player for Flesh and Blood. I think it's swing to cycle something. No, but we don't draw anyway. I mean, we could nourishing for 8, 11. They'd be able to block. And then we'd have 2 in the graveyard to muddle us up. No, we basically have to wait till they do something. And hope that that something is not Command & Conquer. Where we can't play defense reactions. Basically, yeah. So it's a simulator for Flesh and Blood. It's definitely the main way to play online. I think Tabletop was the other one. The Shakedown's fine. No reactions. But then this also denies them trying to trigger Shakedown's effect. Allows us to get 1 extra card in hand. Do we reel in off the Collapsing Trap instead, or do we play it? I think we play it, because we're going to have to start going on the aggression side of things. At least reel in allows us, if we draw into something that's for the nourishing play, then we can reel in off of our cards, burn as many as we need to find traps for their next turn. This shuts down. If they give it go again somehow, that's bad. If they give it a reaction, that's bad. Well, that's good to hear, is it? I take it you're coming from Magic. Alright, they have Shred. I mean, that still triggers the Blood Rot. So they take the 2, we take 3. If they pick, no matter what color they pick, they can banish a card. Do we care if they banish a card? That's the question. Yes. Yes, we do. Because these are our, basically our resources. Well, the Comfight, not so much, but the Warmongers for nourishing. So that we can continuously cycle it. So we'll play Reel In. We will get rid of all 3. Well, yeah, all 3. Look for some more traps. We get a Go Again, that doesn't help. Not the best 4 cards. But it does still deny the shakedown damage and effect. But we really need to draw into strategic planning or remembrance. Yeah, Talishar is definitely a great way to experience the game. But nothing beats the in-person. Just because there's so much strategy, so being able to bluff through a person's face is a lot different. Especially when you have random ass decks like this. But it's getting popular, so hopefully, someday, there'll be stuff close to you. It's when it's played, and that's why you didn't get the Blood Rot. Warmongers is more impactful. Come on, give me strategic planning. We're basically in blitz at this moment, right? 40. I don't have 40, but we're in blitz. No equipment and no strategic planning. You can't use Rock Slide Trap. That's unfortunate. What's the effect? When it hits, bash top card of their deck, look at the hand and bash card. Yeah. That's going to be a no. We don't want that to trigger. Use Boulder first. No, there's no way to bait them into a reaction. Because they'll just let the 1 damage through. They can still react. Shred is still bad. Unless it's blue shred. Any other buff is bad. Oh, they didn't have anything. Okay, well, I need to get rid of the Rock Slide Trap. It's just dead in hand. Probably at the point where they don't let damage through either. Magic over spell table, I must say, feels a bit different than the normal game experience. Bad by here bluffing and well plus. Yeah, and yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's just so strategic. Once you have a proper sense of the cards that are played, because there's stuff that you'll see across every single hero you come across, and you want to play around them, you want to think about it. So it is definitely worth having the proper interaction rather than a screen. Southwood dominates. So I want a Remembrance, and that allows us to play Nourishing next turn. Plus it allows us to pull other stuff as well. And you can do it straight away instead of going Strategic Planning, Command and Conquer, Nourishing. That'll be 4, which we don't have. We don't even have 3. It'd be a Naked Nourishing. It means I can't block either. So we just have to hope they're just going to let the 3 through. Because we're just going to shut down whatever they do. Let that be the thought, please. Good. Remembrance. Finally get Nourishing out of our graveyard. Definitely that. Definitely the Codexes. Yeah. Because the whole gimmick is just continuously nourish. Which in theory should work out in Class Constructed. The issue is you have to thin out your deck so much. Get to the point of that as the combo. It should work way better in the Mystic Heroes. But now we can go... We can only do Nourishing, because it's 2. I'd love to add Comfite to it, but we can't. Now it's live if we draw into a Codex. If we draw into the other Nourishing, it's bad. We should have enough damage where we can just go on the aggression now. Plus we get the Intellect, which is really important. Because we're not arsenaling. Are we? No, there's still way too many traps that mess us up. Yeah. We have a decent chance of drawing into Codex, and it's 5 cards. Yeah. Alright. I'm a bit more satisfied with that. Obviously, we just take whatever damage they're doing, but then we can do a lot of damage ourselves. They pop the Dahlia? They don't. But let's go again. Nimblism is kind of bad. Oh, it's not kind of bad. We wouldn't be able to block it anyway. Alright, so now it's our turn to try and do some serious damage. No worries, Urza, yeah. Thanks for stopping by, and yeah, good luck with the game. Hopefully you enjoy it. It is very enjoyable. And it's well worth learning and, you know, putting in the time and effort. It feels very rewarding. Alright, so we have Comfite, we have Nourishing, but I have to use the Codex. So we have a 1, 2 and a 4, -1. So we have exactly the right cards in hand, yeah. To do a very big nourishing. And Warmongers means we can do the other nourishing next turn. No, because we have to... Oh, the discard messes us up. Yes, that's actually bad. What's the correct way to do this then? Because if we discard the nourishing, it no longer dominates. So we have to discard the Warmongers, I guess, which is also bad. Because then the next nourishing isn't live. Warmongers is kind of a must. It's exactly 4. That's only a 1. Maybe it's swing, not nourishing. No, but we have to push the damage. No, we have to do it this way. Yeah, we have to use Codex because we need the dominate in order to push the damage. We just can't play the Warmongers because that has to be the card we discard. It's going to do 2, 3. It'll do 11 without dominate. That can't be done. We could overpitch, then it would have been fine, but we can't overpitch. Right, because we use Warmongers. We have no way to pitch everything. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's only a small one. At least we still get the intellect. And there's other ways for us to get it out of the graveyard, so it's not horrible. And we're discarding... I guess we can discard the Pitfall and then pitch the Warmongers instead. If we discard Warmongers, there's no point. If we discard Nourishing, it no longer works. If it was Banished, we'd be happier. No, it's Warmongers, play the Nourishing, pitch the Nourishing, Arsenal the Pitfall, because we need some defense. 8 with Dominate is definitely helpful. The Intellect will come in handy. I don't know if we're just too far gone, though. That's the issue. Getting rid of the Flick Knives, too. I mean, they have enough ways to burn their daggers. We definitely want the Nourishing to circle around. We want to Arsenal the Pitfall Trap. Yeah, so we have another Codex. We have Art of Wars. I guess we're just playing for the buff. We're strategic playing to fish. Just whether or not we have enough damage. So I'm curious about Nimbleism. That just puts it to a 5, no? If they swap it out, it doesn't matter. So, oh god. I have to count out again. Codex. So we want 4. And 1 card to discard. Or 3 and 1 card to discard. I feel like it's take the 2 and just continue doing high damage Nourishing. Unless I'm too brain dead to think. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't have the capacity for this. It's just consistently about cycling Nourish. I mean, it seems good, but the amount of thought is just too much. They paid for it, interestingly, but they still have a Shred. So Shred is a -4. So it neuters it. We take 5, go to 3. We could take 2. I guess we take the 2. I don't need to put anything in the arsenal, it doesn't matter. It's good, because I built this just before the whole Mystic stuff was announced, and I definitely want to try it in new, because it seems like it could be great. Or even Zen, right? Nourishing with a bunch of Crouching Tigers since they don't hit your graveyard, I'm pretty sure. So it doesn't matter which they... Yeah, which they shred. So only take 2. Has no hit effects. Okay, but the question is, how do I get around the discard? So, God. 1 Art of War allows us to pitch 1. Or you can just play the other. No, that doesn't work either. Codex makes us discard 1, and then we can't play the Art of War. I need to put one of them in the arsenal, I think. I think that's the misplay. Because we can go Codex, Art of War at the same time, because it's instant. To avoid the discard, but then we don't have the resources to pitch. So I think it's just discarding an Art of War and doing another small nourishing. Right. I mean, we should kind of keep the strategic planning. I guess it's Codex to start up anyway. Yeah, no, we'll discard an Art of War. We'll keep 1 for later and hold the strategic planning. Shouldn't they have put an attack? Interesting. I guess they're still deciding. That could really backfire, though. Because Command and Conquer shuts us down. Leave No Witness is also bad. Command and Conquer is kind of exact damage, which means we have to keep the strategic planning to block it. I'm guessing they took Command and Conquer. I can look, no. No, Command and Conquer is still there. We'll figure it out eventually. As long as we continue to push damage, get the intellect, we're kind of happy. Reel in... Is that good to put in the arsenal? I guess because of the draw, it's good to put in the arsenal. But we're definitely almost out traps. I mean, we have good defense against whatever they do. And we just reel in off of the reel in. Just backstab is fine, because then we can keep the strategic planning. It's a 0 anyway. That was a weird choice to put in their arsenal. I guess so they can swap it out. What could they swap it out to that is problematic? I guess CNC, since it already has the no defense. In which case, we have to block with strategic straight away. But I don't see the value in that, because from their perspective, we have all our traps active. So it should only be 4 damage, right? Yeah, CNC. Is there any way for us to buff it? I don't like being on 2, but both CNCs are gone now, so we don't have to worry about them. I kind of feel like just burning a reel in. We need to get nourishing back. This allows us to completely empty our hand too, which is great. I'm going to do 5. We shouldn't have that many traps left. Basically, we just need to get to like 12 damage on a nourishing. Yeah, so he gets a few traps, and then that leaves all the cards we actually want. I mean, I don't even have to add them to hand. Because I can't play them this turn. It's whether or not we just wait and play them next turn. That goes into the arsenal, definitely. We can get some of the burn damage off from the traps. We're also super happy. They still have a codex as well, though. It's unfortunate. The real in is better to cycle back. That goes into the arsenal. It's an okay. There's the third one. Damn. DNC, the hard counter to the deck. Which is kind of bad because it's running every cost constructed deck. But I think that's good for a first attempt. The deck definitely needs tweaking and some slight balancing. Thanks. That's kind of a weird one. Good game. Yeah, so they threatened 101 damage versus our 56. But it has high block, and I like the nourishing concept. Definitely just needs tweaking. But the idea would be, instead of traps, you just run the draw engine, like Melody. There's definitely some fun interactions you can figure out. Sometimes they just take a lot of brain power. So the two nourishings was also a big issue, because we got basically clogged when one was in the graveyard. Maybe I should have just tried to push the damage even without the dominate. Then when we would have two in the graveyard, it weakens any following codex, any strategic planning, any warmongers. I think it's literally just built around one nourishing. Because you have Mask of Malicious Manifestation to find it straight away. So whenever you want to go for it, you can go for it. If I just take buff cards, I think it would be a lot better. Because you can, in Classic Constructor especially, with Real In, you can get a bunch of resources. So if you could just make one massive nourishing, that'd be great. Which is what I want to do with whichever Mystic we settle on. Right, just with Wide Blue Yonder. It'd be so much better. You get Dominate, you don't have to find the pieces. It's basically just have Wide Blue Yonder and a bunch of draw. Draw, 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 draw. Then use Mask of Malicious in order to get the Nourishing. And that's the combo. It seems like it worked pretty well. I'm definitely going to tweak the deck, but yeah, that's me for today, because I need to go. So, still around, Rob. Thanks for hanging out. Anyone else watching? Cheers. Anyone watching post? Thanks as always. Stay around, and Miss Val is definitely shaping up to be super exciting, especially as we've only seen a fraction of what's to come. Anyway,